Have you heard of Outschool, but you don't really know what it is? You want to know about pay, how you present your lessons, who you can teach. This video is all about Outschool. Hello everyone, I am Miriam with SomethingElementary.com. I teach teachers how to cultivate a meaningful classroom culture by providing classroom management tips, teaching strategies, as well as teaching teachers how to design and organize digital content. So you're here to learn about Outschool. What is it? Let's get started. Okay, Outschool is a marketing platform that allows teachers to teach 24/7 to 174 countries and counting. And we have, at the time that I made this, we had 900,000 learners. Okay, and Outschool does a great job marketing, so they are getting more and more learners all the time. How can you teach? You can teach independently by yourself. That's what I do. You could also teach with an organization. And that's all. Okay. Actually, no, they now added pods. So you can teach, I think it's something, I'm not an expert in pods yet, but it's something like you're an independent teacher, but you join together with a teaching squad, right? You're a squad pod. So a lot of people are nervous because they think, well, what would I teach? Okay, so let me show you some things that you can teach. I'm looking at my computer in case you're wondering what my eyes are looking at. So I'm gonna take a giant deep breath and kind of tell you some things that are already on the platform, okay? You can teach reading, phonics, spelling, book clubs, private one-to-one reading, private one-to-one math, private one-to-one phonics, basically anything one-to-one. Writing, letter formation, learning letters, science experiments, space, animals, animal farts. Yes, that's a class and apparently it's pretty popular, okay? History, dance, TikTok, weightlifting, working out, singing lessons, computer design, programming, YouTube, hair, makeup, chat, color, art, baking, cooking, stock market, budgeting, employment skills, money, financial management, organizing, room cleaning was a very popular or is a very popular class, singing, yoga, meditation, all of those things are possibilities on Outschool. So it's almost anything you can think of, you are able to teach. Some things you do need qualifications on. If you're doing like mental health or actual nutrition, not just like these are healthy foods. So if you need a special certification to teach it at a school, then you do need to teach it, have a certification as well on Outschool. Okay. Also, you cannot teach direct religion. It is a secular platform, but of course, if you're teaching history, a lot of history is centered around religion. You can teach that in there. So breakdown of pay, how does it work, right? Because of course we all love teaching, but we also need money. Okay. So how does that work? There are 4 class types. I'll go into those a little bit more later, but you get to set the class type. You're the boss of that. You also get to determine how long you want that class. You can have as short of a class as 15 minutes, and then you can have as long of a class as 180 minutes, okay? I came from VIP Kid. Most of my classes are 25 to 30 minutes. That's just my choice. You get to set the price per student, and then you get to choose how many students you want per class, okay? I started with very few students, like 3 to 4 to 5, and now I can get up to 8. Some teachers on the platform teach like 18 students, okay? It is up to you, and it's not just set in stone. You could always change that, all right? A review of the 4 types of classes. A one-time class is exactly what it sounds like. One time, you're gonna offer the class. Everything you want to teach is in that class. Once the kids leave that class, they may or may not see you ever again. Okay, so if you want to do a fun animals class, a one-time art class, anything that you could just get it in really quickly, one-time class. Ongoing, these are good for like social clubs. I teach a lot of reading and phonics. Those could be ongoing, where I'm teaching something new every week. The thing with ongoing is they cannot build on one another. Okay, so if someone comes in week 3, they do not have to have been there for week 1 to know what's going on. So it's something new every week. Maybe you want to do, planet Earth, Mars, Jupiter. But these are good because they just are ongoing. Okay, multi-day. Now, if you do teach something that you want them to go from A to Z and learn everything in between, this is going to be a multi-day. You can set how many days you want them to take this class. Maybe you want it to be a 5-day, from Monday to Friday. They're going to learn, I don't know, they're going to just keep it easy. They're going to learn phonics. They're going to learn how to read CVC words all the way to digraphs, and you're going to teach them all of that. So that's what a multi-day is. They can build. You can do 2 days a week and go for 6 weeks. You can do 3 days a week for 3 weeks. It's up to you. Okay, and then lastly is a flex class where you prepare all of the materials, you record your lessons, and it is posted. I think it's weekly. I've never run a flex class, so I'm not your expert there, but it is an option. You can post it, and you basically don't really see the kids. You may type and interact with them just to kind of check on them, but they are doing their lessons independently. So that is an option as well. Okay, so for an example, let's talk about money, how this works, okay? And I'm going to get my little whiteboard here. Okay, so how you make money. Let's just say you're doing a one-time class. I'm going to teach it on a Wednesday, at 5 o'clock. That's my one-time class. I'm going to teach a 30-minute class. I'm only allowing 5 students to come into that class, and I'm going to charge $8 per student. Okay, we all know math, okay? So we know that 5 students times $8 is going to be $40. Okay? You will get $40 for that 25 minutes. But Outschool does take a 30% commission. Okay, and I'm going to tell you everything that comes with that here in just a second. Okay, it sounds big, but hold on. 30% commission. All right, so that means that you are getting 70% only, okay? But if you still think about it, that's still $28 for a 30-minute class. And if you multiply that times 2, maybe you take a 5-minute break and then you keep on going, you're gonna get a $56 hour. Okay, so that's still pretty big. I think it's huge. I think right now I'm averaging probably $42 per hour. Last summer with my one-time class, I was able to average $98 an hour. And I had that class, I taught it probably 18 times in the same week. Okay, I spent a lot of time designing it, but it made my money back pretty quickly. So one-time classes are good because you can use them multiple times and you only design it one time. Okay, so 30% commission. You were probably like, what? I'm out. Okay. I love that Outschool tells you exactly how much they're going to take. Some other companies, they don't really tell you, so you just kind of have to guess. And also you can't set your own prices. So Outschool tells you how much they're going to take, but they also allow you to set your own prices. So you know it up front and you can adjust accordingly. I love it. Okay. Some things that 30% does. They do marketing and advertising, okay? This is a marketing platform. You are not hired or fired with Outschool. So technically you're not an independent contractor, okay? So I lost my train of thought. Okay, if you are looking for a platform to get on and get teaching and your bookings are guaranteed, this is not the place for you.
This is not the place for you.
This is a place where there's many kids. Okay, Outschool opens the door and brings all the kids, but you have to make them come into your classroom. Okay, and you do that by making good thumbnails. That's something for another day. Okay, so it is a marketplace, and they advertise so much. They advertise on Facebook. They advertise on Instagram. I don't know, maybe TikTok, I don't know. Okay, but they do advertising to get kids to come to the platform. Okay, they also have a happiness guarantee. If you have offered the class, like it's listed in your class description and some parents are not happy, Outschool gives them a refund. You keep your money. It's fantastic. They offer credits and discounts. they try to get kids into the classroom, so they'll offer them a $20 coupon for them to come. They've even allowed teachers to offer coupons now. This is something brand new, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so they do a lot of that. They have this integrated dashboard, which is amazing. Just since I started in May 2020, it shows your stats, how much money you make, how many kids you're coming in, who's liking your classes. Like, it's pretty amazing. With that dashboard is integrated Zoom. So if you've ever used Zoom, your personal Zoom, more than 40 minutes, it will cut you out. Okay, I've taught this class several times where I'm like, sorry guys, bye, and it's cut off. Okay, you don't have to pay for Zoom Pro. It's already integrated. They have created classrooms. So once you've created your class, this is me on my computer in case you're wondering. I'm a hand talker if you haven't noticed. Once you've created your class, you have a specialized classroom, and you can just go in there, click the big green button, and boom, there's your Zoom. Okay, it's amazing. They pay for that. They send out emails. They say, hey June, remember that you liked this class, it's ready for you, or it's available, or there needs to be more students in here. They send out emails. They do a lot. And lastly, they take care of child security. So some states, of course, as teachers, we have a duty to report anything unsafe. Of course, as teachers, if we see anything unsafe in the Zoom room, that sounds so funny. Okay, in the Zoom classroom, we report it to Outschool Safety, and they take it from there. So it kind of takes us out of that equation there, okay? All we have to do is report. So, a few things. That's what you've got. Let's move back to things to consider. Of course, $56 an hour sounds great, but there are some things to consider, okay? Of course, planning. You have to plan your class. You don't have to submit an official lesson plan, okay, other than your class description, but you want to know what you're doing. So on your end, however that looks to you, okay? If your class is designed some way, I use Google Slides. I'm pretty amazing at Google Slides, toot toot, okay? And I do a lot of my lessons through Google Slides. I organize my classroom, so actually I do a lot of ongoing, so everything is aligned in that one Google slide. I can go to it and I can branch off everything I need from there. But you might be doing a drawing class. Maybe you have some paper at the back and you're drawing there. It does not have to be Google Slides. It doesn't have to be designing at all. If you're doing a chat class, if you are doing just something that you don't need to design, that's up to you. So just take into consideration, if you do need some design or prep, there is that. Of course, you want to take into consideration the actual time that you take to teach, okay? You also need to consider administration work, which is like sending parent emails. They might ask about a class, or you might have to let them know what is happening in a class, just, parent stuff. Refunds, you don't usually have to do a refund, but like maybe if you, I remember my first class, I just thought it was so horrible that I was like, okay, I'm giving these people a refund and maybe they'll come back to my class. But sometimes you do have to give a refund, or if you offer a discount, sometimes you go back in and refund that. But now with the new coupon systems, maybe you don't have to do that. Transfers, a student might be on your Wednesday class and you have the same one on Thursday. They need to switch that one, transfer it right over. Scheduling, of course, figuring out what's going to work for you and your schedule. You might have to do that. And lastly, on administration part is teacher cancellations. So there is no Outschool prison if you have to cancel a class, okay? A lot of us coming from the ESL world, we book a class and then, 2 weeks away, I forgot I have my cousin's wedding and I cannot cancel it, okay? Outschool does not have that. They do have a 24-hour cancellation policy. So if you, for some reason within that 24 hours have to cancel, you do have to message Outschool, tell them what has happened. There are kind of like tally marks there, like they do keep track of that, because if you continually do it, of course they'll say you're not welcome on our platform anymore. But if you, like I said, if it's before 24 hours, you just realize that you have an appointment or you've had something going on, you can cancel it and you have to refund those parents. You can reschedule, but that's up to you. That is all yours. So it's really fantastic. So let me give you some examples of mine, because I know some people, they just want examples. If I were presenting this in my little information class, I would actually show you my screen, but right now I don't have that. So for example, I teach an ESL conversation class. I love to talk to kids about their culture. I love English learners. It's just really fun. So I teach a class that I only allow 5 students in because I want to hear everyone. I charge $10 for that class, and it's a 30-minute class. I don't prep really anything at all because I'm already an ESL teacher. Any teachers I need, any pictures I need, I have on my little wall here, and anything else I need, I might just pull it up on my phone. But this class, we just chat. We talk about our day. We might play like Truth or Dare, Would You Rather. I might have them go find some stuff. It's just conversation. So when you think about that, that's 10 times 5, which is $50. Outschool takes 30%. I get $35 for that 30 minutes. Woo! Let me re-say that. I get $35 for 30 minutes. Most of the time my classes are full. Usually I have no less than 2 students, which is still $14 for 30 minutes. Still fantastic. I have 3 or more usually every time. Okay? Does that make sense? Usually every time. Okay, a next class that I have, a simple class. Of course, I have some that are much more prep intensive, okay? But another simple class that I have is a kindergarten dance and chat class where the kids come for 20 minutes and they come for 30 total. But for the first 20 minutes, we watch approved YouTube videos, which that is something that you have to consider. You cannot just play somebody's YouTube videos. I didn't know that when I first started, made some money probably illegally, okay? But as soon as I found out that YouTube is not public domain, I took that class away just because for ethical reasons. That's me. You will find some people who either have permission or just don't know as well, might be showing YouTube videos that, you know, that's just once I know, I know. So now you know. Okay, but I take approved YouTube videos and we dance to them, and then the last 10 minutes we just chat. So they tell me about their day. Some of them like show me tricks because this is for kindergarten. They'll show me tricks. They'll show me their action figures. So that is a simple class idea that I had. When I first started, I used to think I had to have something amazing and immaculate and one of a kind and unique. That's not true, okay? How I tell my referrals is you may not be everyone's cup of tea, but some people like chai, okay? So just teach, be you, and you'll attract the people that want to take your classes, okay? And the last big thing that I tell them is if you build it, it will come. Meaning, if you build a good reputation, a good rapport, then the money will come, right? So focus on giving the best class that you can. Be a good teacher, a good steward to those kids, and you're gonna find your following. Like I said before, if you're looking for a get-rich-quick, you know, lessons are planned for you, just get on and teach, this is not the platform for you. But if you have any ounce of creativity or marketing desire, desire to be your own boss, and that freeness, right? Wanting to be able to do what you want to do. Outschool is a pretty good place to start because they do have supports for you, but also they give you freedom. Okay, so I would love to help you get started on Outschool. I do use I do have a few tools, so if you do want to get started with me, of course, use my referral link that is linked below. Okay, my referrals get my free digital course. If you've seen my video, and actually I'll link it in the cards wherever the cards are, my free tutorial on Google Slides, okay, and I've actually added a little bit of Canva in there, so you will get, it goes from beginner to making your own printables. That is a resource that I offer to my referrals only who have actually applied and gotten accepted. Okay, so I would like those serious ones as well. You will get that if you subscribe under me, but if you don't, cool. I mean, I'm sure you can, you will find somebody amazing. There are so many Facebook groups that allow you to, that just answer your questions and also help you get started. Okay, so once you get started, you'll fill out their application, you will record a demo video, 3 to 5 minutes, and then of course submit your background check and then open your classes. Quick tip before I leave, and maybe this can be another video later, but do not, if you are coming from an ESL platform, do not do your demo video as you would ESL, okay? Outschool is not an ESL platform, though you can teach ESL classes. It is not that. So if you have your video, hello, my name is Teacher Miriam, okay? The Outschool crew will probably be like, nope. Okay, they might nix that just because it is not an ESL platform. Speak like a regular teacher, like you would in a classroom, and that should be okay. All right, well, if you have any other questions, message me, comment if you enjoyed this video.